Do you want to travel for free? Because I do. And if you have an e-commerce business, you are probably most likely, most definitely, and unfortunately underutilizing these credit cards that literally print you airplane tickets, print you hotels, print you free travel expenses. So if you want to know what credit cards you need to be using right now, if you are in any type of e-commerce business, then let's go. Hello, it's me, Karina. Welcome back to my channel yet again. Today's topic is going to be probably the highest favorite topic of everyone, and that is how to travel. And not just how to travel, but how to travel for free and what credit cards are going to help you do that. This literally could apply to any e-commerce business model, and we all know e-commerce, there is a lot of advertising spent that factors into it, and that is why these two credit cards are very, very powerful. Many of you on this channel know that I do Amazon FBA. However, you do not need to do Amazon FBA specifically to utilize this. Whatever else you're doing, if you're running Facebook ads, if you're doing Google ads, if you're doing YouTube ads, whatever you're doing and whatever type of business model you have, and if you're trying to advertise plus other things that we'll get into, these two cards are going to help you a lot. Because think of it, anyone in a normal life, what they have is just their daily expenses. They go to their job, they don't typically use a credit card for their job unless, you know, their boss assigns that to them, and then they have company expenses, etc., etc. But they don't actually get any value from that. It is under the company, it's under the CEO, it's not your personal card. If you do have a personal card or any other type of business card, you're not typically putting these type of expenses that a lot of e-commerce businesses have on a daily basis that are actually quite high. You would be putting in gas, groceries, food, clothes, whatever else you need, other electricity bills, whatever. However, if you're in e-commerce, we know that we have to spend a lot on ads, and it's not something that we can really avoid and not something we want to avoid. It is actually a very, very high blessing, because if you're doing it right, the more you spend, the more you get back. You have to spend money to make money. Those advertising dollars actually bring you back sales, and if you are scaling and optimizing and doing things correctly, then obviously you should be profitable. But you are putting those advertising costs, those advertising expenses on some sort of payment system. And most of the time you should be probably using a credit card if you want to build your credit and, you know, lead to long-term good things. That's how I've always done it. So you're actually part of the very small and fortunate segment that is able to put an expense on a credit card that actually brings you back money. And not only that, on top of you actually spending money to make money, these credit cards are going to allow you to make even more money as a side bonus. And like I mentioned before, just really grill that into your head. People that are doing normal jobs and don't have an e-commerce business, they don't have that very, very fortunate thing of being able to get rewards back for a fixed expense that actually brings you money. Because if you buy gas, if you buy groceries, that's not making you more money. But if we invest into advertising, that brings us more money, and plus we are getting extra rewards for spending that money in advertising. And let me show you exactly how this is helping you when it comes to credit cards. So right here is the first one. I actually have both of these because I have several Amazon accounts and I do Facebook ads, so I just kind of put them all over the place. If there are more like this, I would for sure apply, but they have really, really great rewards, and I'm able to get really inexpensive, by inexpensive I mean free. I am able to get free airplane tickets because I do this, and it's just so dang cool. But anyways, so this one right here is the Chase Inc. Business Preferred, and it's the first card I got. So this actually gives you 3x on advertising points, and when you sign up you get 80,000 bonus points. And if you're not new to this, what's a bonus point? 80,000 sounds like a lot, but 80,000 is actually right around a full round trip internationally. So just by signing up for this, you already get a free international trip essentially, which is so cool. And it has a $95 annual fee, but that is very, very minor and insignificant, and you can probably call and have that waived anyways for the first year or any other years if you are lucky and if you're persuasive enough. But just $80,000, that is like $1,000+ depending on the day you go and to what country you go. It's completely for free, and you get that just by signing up. And if you spend money on ads, oh, and by the way, this is after you spend $5,000 on purchases. I always qualify for this because I'm always ordering inventory, I'm always spending on ads. It is a very like cash flow hungry business, if you know what I mean. You probably know what I mean if you're an online business we gotta keep our cash flow in check all the time. But anyways, you just get that 80,000 points, and you get 3x points on several things, okay? On travel, shipping, purchases, internet, cable, phone services, and the best one right here is the advertising purchases with social media sites and search engines, which means PPC for Amazon, which is what I do, any Google ads, any Facebook ads, whatever other ads you're doing. That is so cool. And then you get 1x points on whatever else, which is basically what other credit cards do. But I literally use this card for mainly things like that. And travel, if you are traveling and you're getting external hotels or whatever else, that also 3x is your point. So if you're a big traveler, you need to travel for work and you're doing advertising at the same time, those are all fixed expenses and you're getting 3x points, which means a normal person spending would, let's say, spend $10,000 and only get like 10,000 points, you would be getting 30,000 points. And over time, that really adds up. Honestly, even if you're doing it on like a minor scale, you can get maybe like 3 complete round trip flights all over the world, right? And it's just depending on what other expenses you put onto here, and you were getting one completely for free already. So I just opened the inside of my Chase account where I just want to show you the comparative points just so you have a general idea. And I just put a trip from Los Angeles International Airport, which is the one I'm by, and then going to Greece because why not? And I put it in 2 weeks in advance, and I'm just showing you right here. So this is the trip valued at $1,000 or 80,900 points, right? This is depending on the times whenever you go, and this is actually quite a nice flight with only one stop and 15 hours long, right? You don't want to be going for the ones that are like 30 hours because that's just, no one wants to fly that long unless you need to fly somewhere that takes that long to fly, like Africa or somewhere in Asia or Dubai. Those usually take longer. But if you are flying somewhere to Europe, it shouldn't take more than like 20 hours unless you get a horrible flight, which I suggest against because that could be very tedious. But these are really easy flights, like a 15-hour flight for basically like 85,000 points, and you essentially get that for free. And you can pick any destination in the world, and it gives you several airline options like Delta, United, etc, etc. This is with the Chase. And now the second credit card is very cool as well. It is the American Express business card, the gold one. Make sure you get the business version, because if you have just the regular gold Amex, it's not going to give you these benefits. And this is very similar to the Chase one, however it's slightly different because it gives you 4 times the points. Like, that's really awesome. And essentially it's the same categories. It has a very much higher annual fee of $295, and it actually gets charged immediately once you sign up for it, while as the Chase card gets charged in the birthday calendar year from whenever you signed up. But this one says it has so many perks, it gets charged, and this one is harder to waive. You might not be able to waive this. I tried and they said it's such a great business card that we don't waive it. So I don't know, maybe you'll have more luck than me, but just call and ask if you can waive that fee. They do take in mind that they literally charge this immediately. But again, it's 4 extra rewards on so many things, like airfare purchased directly from airlines, US purchase. So if you are purchasing like an airline ticket yourself, you're getting 4 times the points. And this one's my favorite, the US purchases for advertising on selected media. So that is what I'm talking about. It's the ad spend. Again, our fixed expense that we're using to not only generate us income in our business, but also to actually travel for free. It's very cool. And you can pick 3 categories. 2 categories. Okay, so I don't even really pay attention to anything of this. I just care about the ad spend because that's the one that I spend most money on. I mean, I don't know, maybe restaurants, gas stations, that's pretty cool. But still, the ad spend is something that's daily and reoccurring, and I just always have to keep going with that. But it always benefits because you're spending money to make points so you can fly anywhere you want for free. That's basically it. And keep in mind, they do have a limit, so this only applies to $150,000 of combined purchases in a calendar year. And the same thing goes for the Ink card as well. I believe it's also 150,000 spent. So you can only get 3x points to a certain extent, but when you combine the 2, that's when you get, you know, the best. That's why I have 2, and also I put them in other accounts and things like that. So that's that. If you're not utilizing this, please check them out. I'll link the cards down in my description box, and please see if this applies to your business. Look into it, look into your credit, see if it's something that benefits you. But I just wanted to put it out there for those of you who are unaware of this, just to spread the good vibes and the good knowledge. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and all the links are down below. I'll see you in my next video.